Hi everyone and welcome back. The photographs for the present video are of ladies that haven't struck the wall yet. These ladies are still thriving with porcelain skin and delectable brilliant hair. The wall has not taken over them yet. As a lady enters her mid-30s, the profound and actual ground underneath her feet starts to move. Furthermore, most ladies are weakly prepared for the wall. The wall can be perceived as a conventional term used to depict the particular moment when a lady has moved over the hill with regards to physical beauty. This typically begins happening to a lady when she contacts her early to mid-30s. Numerous ladies in their early 30s have enjoyed just about 20 years, with the capacity to stand out for male attention without struggling. They can go on dates with men from their early 20s as far as possible up into their 50s and 60s. Men of any age and financial group have been offering them warmth and consideration. Numerous ladies recount how filthy 50-year-old folks would hit on them when they were in their mid-20s, and when they turned 25 they would have secondary school young men attempting to inspire them to put out. For a lady in her 20s, anything is possible. Most ladies can undoubtedly stand out and get male attention from men in any age bunch when they are in their 20s, and then after 30 to 35 their looks start to change, and out of nowhere the teens, 20-somethings year olds, and even men their own age begins to vanish in light of the fact that they're focusing on more youthful ladies, all things being equal. Numerous ladies feel like they aren't being dealt with decently by men from their own age bunch. 35-year-old ladies can't help thinking about why 35-year-old men would rather not date them and wed them. The truth is that a 35-year-old man with a job, cash, and a vehicle can draw in ladies in their 20s that are younger and lovely. It requires a year or two for most men to get to know a lady and one more year to get engaged, and lastly get married. So the event that a man meets a 35-year-old woman and goes through this cycle, she will be 38 before they are married, and by then her possibilities of having kids will be significantly lessened. A lady in her low to mid-30s needs to begin checking out at men in their late 30s, 40s, and potentially their 50s as a partner. A significant number of these older men have previously been married and have kids and are currently the entirety of what is left on the market. These males might need a subsequent wife, and if they're divorced, they most likely as of now have kids. There are ladies in their mid-30s that appear to prefer not to believe this. They claim the majority of men eyeing them are over 40, and they believe it's gross. These same ladies spent their 20s bouncing, starting with one short-term relationship, then onto the next, and now they don't have any idea of what happened. Things shouldn't have been how they are, and they never felt that they would be here. It's a shock for the overwhelming majority of them that men are the ones picking ladies, rather than ladies picking the men. The regular request of connections has been flipped in favor of men, and it's difficult for ladies to acknowledge that they are not being sought after like they used to be, and that their choices of men has gone from the whole male side of mankind to a fragment of men that have physically been scorched by ladies, or are players, or are men that figure out the idea of the desperation of ladies in their 30s. It's far more disastrous for the ladies that have child rabies. They are desperate for a baby, and they couldn't care less the way in which they can get one. They will sleep around without protection and let numerous men know that they are on the pill when they are not. There is a man who had 3 kids with 3 distinct ladies in 3 years, and every one of them said that they were on the pill according to him. Presently, he's paying child support for 2 children and living with the lady, who is the mother of his 3rd kid. Concerning the circle of individuals that I spend time with, I used to believe that numerous ladies my age would begin having children once their close friends began having babies. A significant number of my female friends in their mid-30s that are seeing someone have decided not to have kids by any means. Gatherings of 10 to 15 ladies that all stick around together are deciding to not have children. The one or couple of ladies that have kids are done being invited into this specific group of friends on the grounds that these 35-year-old ladies are as yet partying and going out clubbing as they did in their 20s. It's nauseating to see that ladies are going out to cougar bars attempting to get 25-year-old men. A large portion of these 25-year-old men simply need intercourse, and it obliterates many ladies' confidence to undercut themselves like this. Yet they couldn't care less. They desire attention from youthful, alluring men and need to push the party along only a tad, chomp longer, before they hit middle age. The second wall hits numerous ladies in their early to mid-40s, and by then many lose the capacity to draw in even the 20-year-old folks just looking for sex. That is normally when they begin gaining additional weight and begin hitting menopause. Asian and women of color take a piece longer to hit this wall, but when a large number of them lose their looks, they age straight off a cliff. A 38 or 39-year-old Asian lady could go from seeming as though she's 29 or 30 to seeming as though she's in her mid-40s in the range of 2 or 3 years. Perhaps I'm not right. However, that is exactly the very thing I've taken note. Perhaps on the grounds that I'm a male, I'm not seeing the wall that came a decade prior to her hitting 40. This is only an observation, and I'd very much want to hear more knowledge on this specific peculiarity. Ladies ordinarily arrive at sexual maturity quicker than men when they're youngsters, in light of the fact that the faster they get there, the more prominent the possibilities of the survival of our species, particularly on occasion in our set of experiences when assets were scant. Ladies have consistently partaken in the reproductive benefit with regards to reproducing their own genes. But since they blossom younger, then that implies that they will wilt faster also. Men's capacity to get to assets and cash will, as a general rule, draw in the consideration of a lady. Savvy men that work hard and save money will just turn out to be progressively alluring to ladies. Men, on the other hand, are drawn to ladies' reproductive capacities. So ladies get all their poker chips dealt to them in the start of life. Envision on the off chance that a young man and lady were playing poker, and suppose that the two of them were in their early 20s. The lady is given 90 chips and the man just has 1. Yet at the time they arrive at the age of 35, he has gained 85 of those chips and she just has 6. The process of growing old can be compared to a game of poker, loaded with feigning and different sorts of double dealing, where the two sides are attempting to conceal the real essence of their cards. What's more, very much like in poker, all things considered, your financial chips assume a major part in your status and choices. A more noteworthy part of ladies that I know spent their cash when they were youthful as opposed to saving it. They would travel, purchase shoes, go out for supper a couple of times each week, and invest loads of energy out with their companions. They would likewise burn through gobs of cash on cosmetics and taxi admissions. At the point when they arrive at their mid-30s, I've met ladies that are insignificant shopper and understudy obligation, and are searching for a man with cash to rescue them. I know many ladies that have, in a real sense, told me they're searching for a sugar daddy to assist them with taking care of their obligations. The aging wall for ladies is many times an extraordinary mental shock to the framework for them. Men age somewhat more continuously, and when they get into their mid to late 30s, they can date a more extensive scope of 20-something ladies. My friends that are still dating notice that they are holding a large portion of the cards and poker chips in the new dating game. But as of late, I've made large numbers of them mindful of Mingtao, so they are falling right out of that dating game and doing what satisfies them, all things considered. As per the folks over at MingTaoForums.com, the wall shows no mercy and can't be dealt with. Partake in the remainder of your day, and in the event that you haven't subscribed, remember to do as such to get your daily portion of red pills. Good health.